Okay, so we've got a full web app tutorial for you today, talking about teams, how to make the coins, what's the best way of starting it, and everything like that. So first of all, the web app, it does come out either on the 17th or the 18th at 6 p.m. UK time. Is very, very important to notice. And then the companion app normally comes on the day after. That's what happens historically. The full release on the 20th, so you can, with a web app, you can make your team if you want to. You can do a bit of trading and set up your team so when the game comes out, you're ready. But there's no FIFA points. There's no pre-order points. So even if you got the Ultimate Edition, you haven't got 4.6k, don't worry, you don't get that until the game comes out on the 20th. Now, the first thing is, okay, how do you go to the web app? Just go on Google. Literally just type in web app. Now there's a couple of key steps. So click on this one, ea.com, the official one. Now, number one, make sure you log in to the web app early, okay? I made so many mistakes because what happens is at 6 p.m., I mean, one of my accounts, I forgot my password. And they send this email, to verify your identity. It can take up to 6 hours at 6 p.m. So make sure you sign into your account before the web app launches, because after that it's going to be down for maintenance. So make sure you do that. Very, very important. Then if you can't log in, at the end of the video I'll explain to you how you get web app access and stuff like that. I'll come back to that. Now, when you go in, there's going to be no FP points, no loyalty packs. You got to be careful because you're only going to have a small finite amount of money, okay? And once you log in, you're going to get a choice between kits and badges. Now, generally speaking, I just choose the gold rare ones. In this tutorial, I'm going to go through both investing and also the way that I do it. And the way that I do it is a bit more efficient, time saving, and it gets you quite far for the amount of effort that you put in. Now, because the game comes out on a weekday, most of my viewers are like average age like 30 plus, you're not going to have that much time. I understand that. So the kits and the badges, I always choose the gold rare players. They're the highest quick sell value. So when you go into the game and you choose, for example, you can choose between the kits, stuff like that. Always choose the gold rare ones because you can sell them later on and you can quick sell them. I believe if you've got like an expensive kit, you can also recover it and from the quick sell pile and then sell it later on if the value goes up. I'm not too sure, but you should have about 1k to 1.5k after doing that. Then do the foundation objectives. So the foundation objectives are very, very good. Everything, any form of objective on the web app that's good for coins, you should do them. But just don't do them if they're going to give you some untradeable pack. So normally there's like some foundation objectives like create a team, maybe put any player in a right back position. Some of those basic objectives that you can do with players you have already. Those are very, very good because you get a good coin value. We won't know those objectives till the game comes out. It could be different this year because of the new rule system, but there could be more objectives. They also have stuff like the transfer market. So like, you can buy a player in the transfer market, sell a player, list a player, etc., etc. Just be careful about the squad building challenges because in the previous years, people used to use like advanced like trading and you get like rare players packs and there's SBCs, advanced ones. Nowadays, I think in the past like 3 years, whatever it is, all those packs now are untradable. They're not tradable anymore. So gone are the days where you can do you can start making a pack, sell the players, and then keep moving your way up the advanced SBCs. And then what I would advise you, this is the best advice. Even I do this. Go on YouTube, go on Twitch, and especially on Twitch, and go look at the top tier traders that do this for a living, because what they do is they know what players to buy. Maybe there's a new objective that comes out, or there's a new SBC, or there's something new this year. They know how to make money. So watch what they do, ask them a question, and they will tell you. So this is the best advice. Even I do this, even with my experience, people that I know, I just go on, see us Twitch, see what they're doing. I always ask them for questions like who's the best player to buy, because they know what they're doing. Trading is very hard. Some people, even the top tier traders, they don't make that much money. Only some players do. Now, in terms of the welcome back pack, apparently there may be welcome back packs. I'm not too sure, but if you want, you can open those. So I say just keep away from all the untradables and advanced SBCs. It's not worth doing. Then the season pass. Okay, the season pass, I don't know how that's going to be integrated into web app. Maybe there's an opportunity to look at it. They're saying the rumors are it's about 1.5k to 2k FP points, even though you can't buy it on the web app. Maybe just look out to see what it is so you can plan ahead. Maybe you get some cards. I'm not too sure. So I'm not going to comment on that because we don't know. Then you have two options, okay? You can either go down trading or you can do the most efficient method. Okay, so now the trading method. let's say you've done that and you've done all the objectives. You should have about, I don't know, maybe like 5k, under 5k. If you're lucky, you could have got a bit more. Now, what you could do is you can trade bronze and silver cards and from like start to SBCs, or just seeing patterns. So like if you see players bidding, and let's say you do a test, you go on the transfer market, you look at a player's card. If you know that people are buying him bin now for 500 and you can bid on him for 400, then that's something that you can do. To be honest, I think trading is very hard on the web app. I wouldn't even waste my time. I think the best thing you could do is invest in certain cards. But again, the YouTubers at that time, they know, because I could tell you what worked last year and I have a list here, but it's not going to work next year. So I would say going into those streams is the most important thing, because everyone will be doing the same thing and sometimes you can get a good amount. Now, the way that I do it, very, very important, okay? I go for the efficient method of trying to make a team. Now, I'll do this, I'll make maybe another video on this, but we know Evo cards are coming out. Don't use your Evo card. Even if you somehow get it on the web app, do not use your Evo card. Even if you pack a good card and think, oh, should I use that Evo card? Don't. Just wait, because number one, we don't know what the requirements are. Number two, just wait till you get a better team when the game comes out. Don't be hasty with that Evo card. Now, this is the one that I do, okay? What I do is I buy the cheapest players. Now, I'll explain to you what I mean, okay? So if I go here, let's go to footbin.com, and I'm going to go to players, right? So I'm going to go for FC24 players, right? So what I do is I'm just going to show you from a last year example, okay? So if I look at, for example, a gold card, a gold non-red, this is what I do for efficiency. So some of these cards, I'll look at the cheapest price, right? So let's ignore the extinct cards for a second. Let's just go, we're going to move quickly along. So let's say for 350, okay? Now this is one tip that I do. If you're on a rush, and let's say, for example, you don't want to invest, you just want to make a basic team to get ready, buy cards that are literally 350 coins. Because let's say, for example, now I'm just going to show you an example, right? Let's say you bought a full team, 11 players at 350 each, right? Worst case scenario, you can quick sell those cards for 300. So realistically, 50 times 11 is 550. So you can buy an entire team for the cheapest amount of money. And when the game comes out, you can use that team. And even if you can't sell those players, you can quick sell them for 300. So this is a quick tip that I do. So sometimes, for example, I just want to get into the game and play the game. Depends if you want how you're going to spend your points, whatever. But if you really want to make a team and you want to get going when the game comes out, you can buy these cheap players that are basically quick sell value, and you won't lose that much coins on them. If you take a risk and you buy a card that's like 2k, yes, that card could go up to 10k, but the card could also fall. So you got to be careful. You got to know how the trading cards work. But that's what I'd say. The next step I'll explain to you is how to start FC25, spending FP points. Do you play draft? How do you spend your evolutions? Do you make a team? I'm going to show you the best way of doing that. Turn on your subscriptions and your notification bells. And don't forget, the first tutorials and the best tools will also be here on the Neil Guys channel. So stay tuned for that. But the next video will be on how to use it 4600 FP points, how I do it historically. It does depend on your skill level, but I'll explain that at next level. And that's how I get the most amount of coins. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace out.